Hey everyone, hey, today we're out on a custom home project that we got going here in Ramona, and the siding guys are here today. We're gonna go ahead and give you a walk around. I wanna show you some of the details they got going and what they've been working on. So we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so we're over here now, and behind me you can see the siding guys have been here, and they're putting on Hardie Siding. So this is a board and batt siding. And we got these batts that they're 1x3s and they run up vertically, and they're about 6 inches on center. So you can see that here. These are 4x8. These are 4x10 sheets that they have here, and you can see they cover that with that horizontal piece of Hardie at the top to cover the joint there where we have the Z-bar with those seamed together. So if you remember from a couple weeks ago, we did a video on the flashing that you need to do where the roof, the wall metal comes together, and that here is actually right behind me. Up here you can see right up here on the where this fascia runs into the wall, you can see that area there where the flashing comes out. The roof has got a kick out metal there, and then the gutters will go up underneath. So that's been done now, and you can see what that finished product looks like. Now that the siding's done and all the roofing has been completed. So here we got these IWC windows. These are aluminum windows. And it's a nice window, gives you a good look. They're like the modern farmhouse look on this house, and it's a good product that's gone in there. So what we'll do now is we're actually gonna walk around the other side of the garage here, and we're gonna show you what this looks like when it's just the sheets on the wall before they actually start putting the batts on. So we're gonna go over here right now and check that out. All right, so we're over here now on the side of the garage, and you can see what this board and batt siding looks like, kind of step one. So they got the tie-back up top. You can see that. That's your waterproofing membrane that's up there, your WRB. And then you have your, this is the 4x10 sheets of Hardie. It's 5/16 inch thick. It's on the wall here. And you can see the seam right here where they have, these are the butt joints here, and these are covered by the batts. And then the guys will come through here and they'll snap these lines and these lines all the way up so they can mark their studs. And then once they do that, they know where these batts are gonna go. They're gonna center these on here. So the batts will go here, and they cover these breaks on where the sheets are stopping and butting together. So you can also see on the back here, this is zip flashing. It's a stretch tape that's used, and it goes, we put this around the penetrations to make this seal nice and tight here. So it's nice, it's waterproof. We don't just caulk around these. We use that stretch flashing that makes that a lot better as far as the finish and waterproofing on it. So I want to show you here too, if you come up, I'm going to climb this ladder here. And you can see here, this is the Z-metal that's up here, and this comes in. So the top of this sheet is here. This will come down the wall. This is actually up underneath this paper. So the paper all went on first, and then the guys came in and sliced this, and then they slid this metal back up in there, and then it comes down, and then it cameras over the top, and then back over this sheet here, so it keeps it from leaking. So and then that other band that you saw on the other side, the 1x6, or might even be a 1x8, that goes here horizontal to cover this, because the other sheet will be on top, and you'll have this 1/4 inch that they'll leave here for spacing, and then that will give you that this waterproofs it behind that sheet. So if anything got behind it, it's not going to go behind. It's not going to get behind the siding. So that's a good detail to do right here. All right, so other thing I want to show you here is up on the soffits here, you got the truss tail that comes out. This is done in high fire zones a lot of times, and this is why it's being done in this location. But we have 1/4 inch soffit material that goes up here, and it's nailed on the bottom of the truss cord here. And you can see how the guys have started at here, and that'll continue all the way around the house. They do it on all of it unless there's an exposed heavy timber, which I'll show you on the front. So we'll go ahead and look at that here in just a minute. All right, so now we're at the front porch out here, and I wanted to show you some of the heavy timber, and then also what they do when you don't do the Hardie soffits that we just showed you on the other side of the garage there. So if you look up here, you can see we have tongue and groove on the roof here, and that's 2x material. So it's those are actual 2x8s tongue and groove, and those are used in high fire zones. And it looks really good too. So this is how they do open beam, and these are 8x8s as well. And it's all resawn material, and you can see that even over here, like on the overhangs. If you walk over here and come in and look up into here, you can see all the rafters up inside, and they're coming down. They're 4x6 rafters. They're all resawn. You have the 2x8 tongue and groove. and this all meets fire code, and it looks really awesome too. So they're gonna end up staining this. It's gonna be a really nice look. So, and you can see behind me here too, we have this is the actual, with all the Hardie that's trimmed out and done. So you got your IWC windows, you got this is 6 inches wide, the piece of Hardie trim here, 5/4 by 6 inch. You have your batts here, your 3-inch batts. And then you got your, this is the board, these are the boards behind that we were looking at before that are like, they're 4x10s is what these are. If you look up here, you can also see the hardware they've used here. This won't get painted. This is gonna look like this. They'll paint the bolts on there, but it's a nice look. They'll do L brackets like this, and they have some T brackets up here on the king post. It's coming down that you can see up top. So it's a nice, real good look on these open beams. All right, so I wanted to show you the trim and the batts that are getting used and what this material is. So this here is a batt, and this is what you're seeing on all the vertical pieces outside that's covering where the butt joints are at on the 4x10 sheets that are on the walls. This is what they call 4/4 by 3 inch, and it actually measures 3/4 of an inch thick, and this measures 2.5 inches across. And what these are going on top of that other material. So what you're doing is you're on this here is another material. This is actual trim that's going around the windows, and this is 5/4. So this measures a full inch. And this goes around the windows. So they actually put the material on the walls first, which is your 4x10 sheets that are going on there, and then from there, this is going on, and then they're butting this to this. So this is actually thicker. You can see that right there. So these die into this material, and it gives a nice clean look. So you're not trying to flush them out and you don't get an edge. So they die into the side. So I just wanted to show you the difference in the thicknesses. You can get this trim in a bunch of different thicknesses around the window. It's going to be, you're going 5/4 by 6 on the bands that you're seeing on the horizontal bands. Those are the 5/4 by 8 inch material. So, all right, so that's a little bit of information on the trim. All right, well, thanks for joining us today. Hope you learned something new about siding. If you'd like more information about building a custom home, building an ADU, or doing a whole house remodeling project, go to our website at freemansconstruction.com. Check out our resources page. We got a ton of information there on pricing, floor plans. We have an FAQ section that has a ton of information for you, hopefully answer your questions. So thanks again, and we'll see you again soon.